Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2020-21 season. How is everyone doing today? Christmas is over for another year. Hopefully those of you who celebrate Christmas wherever you are did enjoy yourself, but it's now time to get straight back into the football, which I'm really excited about. I don't know why, but for some reason this particular game week I've been quite looking forward to. Don't know why. Maybe it's because Salah is such an obvious captain choice this game week that, you know, there's that load off my mind. Maybe it's because my team looks kind of nicely set up for this game week. Like, really nicely set up for this game week. Like, looking through this team, it looks pretty good. The only teams really that have hard fixtures are maybe Salah against Aston Villa, Fernandes against Leicester, but Fernandes just scores in any game. So, overall, I think, I don't know, it's nice. It's nice to get back into football. It's nice to, you know, have a team that's well set up for a game week. Really nice. So yes, today we're going to have a little look at my team, I suppose. My final team going into this. We're going to answer as many questions as we can for the next hour to try and help you out with your last minute decisions going into game week 15. So hopefully that'll be really useful. And yeah, that's it. And then we'll perhaps stay on a little bit after the deadline as well. Maybe check out the team news. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll see if anything in like early team news is leaked or anything like that. I suppose we could do that, couldn't we? But yes, here is my team. There is a few questions that I know you guys are going to be asking straight away. So we're going to knock them on the head. So the first question is that you're definitely going to ask me is, should I triple captain Salah? I know you're going to say it. I know you're going to say, shall I triple captain Salah? Because you guys say it every single game week. No, again, I'm not going to recommend it. This, to be fair, usually I'm like, no way, no, just don't do it, whatever you do. This game week, I'm sort of like, well, I wouldn't do it. The answer is still no, but it's not as much of a no. It's a medium-sized no rather than a massive no, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I do think Salah is going to get a really nice game week score. But you've got the double game week in 3 game weeks now, 4 game weeks time. You just save your triple captainship for that and use it on Salah then, when he's played in 2 games. You know, worst case scenario in that double game week, Salah plays 2 games, you know, he plays 60 minutes in each of those games, gets 4 points as a base, maybe gets 1 clean sheet in there as well. That's 5 points as a base. And then after that, it's any goals and assists and bonus points. So then you really are starting to look up the points. Worst case scenario in this game week against West Brom is 2 points. You know, so you're by waiting until the double game week, you're moving your floor up for the points total you could get, and also moving the ceiling up for the total points you can get. So yeah, I think that's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be worth it, just waiting and holding on to that triple captainship and using it on Salah in a double game week, which we've got very, very soon. Okay, next question I'm sure you guys are going to ask is, should I captain such and such? Should I captain De Bruyne? Should I captain Bruno, Kane, whoever else? And also there, the answer is kind of always no. I really can't see a scenario where you shouldn't captain Salah. I think it's dangerous if you don't captain Salah, because this is going to be the effective ownership of Salah is going to be enormous. It's going to be insane. People, you know, everyone's going to have Salah as their captain. You will find that sort of 50% of players, probably more like 60, 70, 80% of active players will be captaining Salah this game week. The inactive players, maybe they won't. But certainly the active players, it's going to be so heavily weighted in the advantage of Salah. So if you don't captain Salah, you are going to really, really drop in rank a lot if you don't captain Salah this week and he does well. So that's something to consider. But also, there's just no one else that looks amazing. The only other player that I actually like the look of for captain is De Bruyne, because he's going against Newcastle, and that could be quite a nice one for him. But Man City aren't scoring a lot of goals anyway, so even that, I'm not exactly fully confident there's going to be a lot of goals in that game. maybe a 2-0 for City or something like that, but like nothing amazing. We really were shooting for the 3-0s and the 4-0s if we want our player to be involved in a lot of goals. So maybe it could work out for for De Bruyne as well. That would be the only other guy I'd go for. But aside from that, you just be sensible and pick Salah this game week. I think it's going to be done. Mafaz Mualim says Salah won't score any points. Big Sam going to park the bus. Yeah, you're right. He is. But Liverpool break down low blocks really well. They can do it. You can defend as much as you want. It's not really going to work against Liverpool, and Liverpool have proven that before, within the last couple of game weeks. So no, I don't have any worries about that. And if you don't think Salah's going to score, don't pick him. But I think you're going to really regret him if you don't pick him as your captain. I think you're really going to regret it. That's just my advice. That's just my opinion, of course. But I would imagine, and I literally tweeted this out, the only people who seem to be saying that Salah is a bad captain pick fall into two categories. So the people who don't think Salah is going to be a good captain, one, they don't have Salah, so maybe that's playing a part of why they don't think Salah's the best captain, because they don't have Salah. And two, they already spent their free transfer bringing in, taking out Chilwell. But is that you? If you are sitting there thinking, I'm not really sure about Salah as captain, is that because you don't have Salah and you already use your free transfer? Be honest with yourself, because that seems to be the way a lot of people are going at the moment. I don't think that's a good way. I think if you've got Salah and you've got Bruno, and you actually genuinely have not Bruno and De Bruyne, sorry, you have Salah and De Bruyne both in your team, then perhaps that's more likely you can make a good decision because you have both options. If you're making a decision on who's the best captain, but you only have one of the options, you're going to be persuaded by the one that you do have, sort of a bit of bias in your own team. So yeah, there's that. There's that. So a few other things that I know you're going to be asking about. And one of them is Coufal, the other one's Chilwell. We'll do Chilwell first because I know you guys have, you guys have been mentioning him in the chat. I have seen it. So yeah, Chilwell is on my bench today. He's actually up to a 75% chance of playing, which is actually it's quite good. It actually doesn't, when Chilwell first got injured, we thought, okay, this is going to be quite bad. It turns out it's not going to be quite as bad as we thought. Certainly, when he's back, he'll be back. So this isn't going to be an injury that reoccurs. So with Reece James's injury, for example, he's going to have to be... His game time is going to have to be managed for a little while now, and the fact that they've got Azpilicueta there as well that can fill him. Reece James's game time will be managed over the next sort of month, probably. Chilwell, once he's back, he's back. Now, I don't know if he's going to be back for this game week. I would probably guess and say that no, he's not. If I had to, previously, if I had to predict, I'd say that, the game against Man City in game week 16 is probably, game week 17, sorry, that's probably a good target for him to be back. But maybe it could be a little bit sooner. It does seem positive, but I don't really see him playing against Arsenal. I mean, it could happen, but I don't know. I'm not fully convinced by that one. It's a heavy fixture period. Why play him when he's just, he's still not 100%? Obviously, Chelsea do have other options there. They've got Emerson. Is Marcus Alonso still at the club? I've not heard his name in a long while, but maybe he's still at the club, so maybe he'll come in. But I don't know. I just think it's too soon for Chilwell to come straight back in. Who knows? Maybe he could play the next game. Who is it they're playing the next game? Is it Villa? Don't know why I think that. Yeah, it is. Villa at home in game week 16. Maybe Chilwell plays in that game. But I wouldn't be confident about this one, to be honest, guys. I wouldn't be too confident. But, okay, anyway. Our other question is Coufal. So a few of you guys may know already that Coufal has had a little baby. His wife has given birth. I think she gave birth on Christmas Eve, on the 24th of December. I think that's when it was. From memory. Anyway, is he going to be on paternity leave? Is he going to be taking a game week off? My answer to that is, when does that ever happen? Sometimes, very occasionally, if the mother is literally in labour or the baby has literally just been born on that day, then sometimes the manager will say to the player, okay, you know, some things are more important, take the day off. You know, go spend time with your newborn baby. But, you know, we're 2 days after. Usually, in most circumstances, a player would want to play. You know, they're buzzing. You know, he's just sort of had a child. Like, this is a huge little thing for him. I say little thing. The baby's a little thing. It's a huge thing for him. And he perhaps want to play. And, you know, he's got that passion. He's got that energy. He wants to make this his new child proud. So, under normal circumstances, he plays. There's obviously a chance that he doesn't. There's a chance that, but, you know, how often does that happen? He doesn't particularly strike me as a player who would want to have time off. He's a real passionate, energetic, hard-working kind of player. I don't know. Maybe I'm speculating here a little bit, but he strikes me as the kind of guy who will take this passion and this energy and use it on the football pitch, rather than, you know, maybe use it as an excuse for a day off. I can't see him doing that at all. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy. Obviously, yeah, like I said, there's a chance I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't think we should panic about this one at all. I think, you know, there's always a chance, no matter who your player is, there's always a chance of them not playing for whatever reason, whether they pick up a knocking injury that we don't know about, whether they want to be rested for another game. Always going to be a little bit of a risk somewhere or the other, and I don't really see how this is a more of a risk than anyone else. Maybe slightly more of a risk than someone else, but it doesn't seem like something to worry about at all. Like, think of other players that have had children, and they've just played the next game week like it's nothing. Well, not like it's nothing. I'm really mincing my words this morning, but you know what I mean. They'll play the next game and just get on with it. So, yeah, pretty much that. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll play. And yeah, I know. I think he's got a great fixture as well. Brighton at home, Albion at home. That's a good fixture. And I swear down, if Morpay wipes out Coufal's clean sheet, I'm probably going to cry. Honestly, the thing I'm worried the most about this game week is Morpay scoring. Because if Morpay scores this game week, my Twitter feed is just going to explode. And I am going to be so annoyed. Ugh. But there you go. There you go. Right. Anyway, is there any more obvious things I need to talk about before we start going to your more specific questions? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Anything interesting in my team? Not really. Yes, not really. Yeah, I reckon we can start answering some questions now, guys. So if you do have anything you'd like to ask, I'll probably try and answer the broader questions first. So if you've got any questions like, oh, I've got Walker Peters, Coufal, Chilwell, Cancelo, and John Smith all in my team. Which two should I start? Which two should I bench? And which one should I captain? I probably won't answer so many of those questions because they're so specific to you. So if you could try and keep your questions a little bit more broad, like maybe, you know, A or B, should I play Chilwell or Walker Peters, for example, or, you know, do you think Wilson is a good option? Something like that. Try and keep it a little bit more broad, and I'll try and prioritise those questions because, you know, I want this stream to help everyone, and I know I can't answer everyone's very specific questions for their teams. Yeah, I can't do it all, and I want to try and help as many people as I can today. So let's try and do that. Okay, so Reece Johnston, should I start Kyle Walker Peters or Coufal? There you go. There you go. I think I would prefer. I think I would prefer. Oh God, I don't know. I've drawn a blank on the first question. Honestly, those two are about even because. You know what? No, actually, no. I'm gonna go for Coufal. Or maybe I should say Walker Peters. No, go for Coufal because worst case scenario, Coufal doesn't play because he's had a baby, and Walker Peters just comes straight off your bench anyway. So yeah, I would go for Coufal. He's playing at home. He's probably got more. Well, he has got more of an attacking threat than Walker Peters. The game is probably easier in terms of from a defensive mindset. Although West Ham are also the worst defensive team, I don't know. I also think there's a chance that the West Ham go back to a 5 at the back, because that 4 at the back has not really been working for them defensively. So if that does happen, they go back to 5 at the back. Soufal's going to be playing in a more advanced position. He's going to be making lots of chances. Could be pretty good. So yeah, if I had to choose between Walker Peters and Soufal, I would go for Soufal this game week. Qatari with the super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Hi, who should I bring in for Lamptey? Limit is 5 million. Look at Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer could be a really good one, but if you don't fancy Spurs, and Spurs are a quite good team, and if you don't fancy Spurs and you haven't got a Man City player in, maybe go for John Stones. But alternatively, if you are looking to free hit in game week 18 and you want a player that's going to be playing the double in game week 19, you could also go for Lindelof as well. I think he's about 4.8 million, so he could be a really nice option for the for that double game week. Of course, if you haven't got a West Ham defender in, I would probably recommend you bring in a West Ham defender for that double game week as well. But it depends what your plans are, really. And this is kind of the same with anyone with specific transfer plans. If you are free hitting in game week 18, then pick a player who's playing twice. Soufal, Lindelof, someone like that. If you're not free hitting in game week 18 and you need a player that's going to be playing in game week 18, then Eric Dyer, John Stones, these are the kind of cheaper defenders you might be looking at to get. Plus, they're pretty good long term as well. So, Khan, also with the super chat, thank you very much, Khan. Thoughts on game week score averages 18/19 and plus no chip strat? You're gonna struggle a little bit with no chips, like literally no chips. You will struggle. So it's kind of difficult to say. I think the average points in game week 19 could easily be sort of 70 as an average. Amongst active players and amongst good players, the average is going to be a lot higher. It's going to probably be like 80. So you are going to have to get a good score. No matter how you work that out, you're going to have to try and figure out a strategy without having chips, whether that means having plenty of players on your bench so you can swap out players who are playing in game week 18 for players who are doubling in game week 19, just swap them out on the bench, something like that. You're sparing 2 free transfers so you can switch 2 playing players in game week 18 for 2 double playing players in game week 19. You've got to think about it. You've got to do something, otherwise you're probably gonna drop rank. Unless you get really lucky, you can get lucky, but you will drop rank if you don't have some kind of plan for game week 18/19. You really will. But, well, I mean, if you're in the higher rankings anyway, if you're like sort of, 2 millionth, 3 millionth rank at the moment, then it's probably not going to make too much of a difference. But if you're in the top million, top 500,000, something like that, you really do have to have a strategy of some kind. Otherwise, you could struggle. Connor Brooks, thank you so much for the super chat. That's really generous of you, man. Thank you. My captain was Bruno because he hauls every game, but you changed my mind. Salah it is. Good, man. That is good to hear. Honestly, I don't think you're going to regret that. I really don't. West Brom at home is a really good game, and Leicester away, and I agree with you, Bruno does score points pretty much every game week, but Leicester away is kind of tough. You've seen what Leicester have been doing to some of the bigger teams recently, and they've been defending well, they've been counter-attacking well. Perhaps Man United will want to do a similar thing, but they won't defend as well as Leicester will. So there is a really good chance that Leicester go out and win this game. There really is. So it's going to kind of maybe be a little bit tougher for Bruno. So yeah, I do recommend Salah as the captain this game week for sure. Deep Kundu says, should I get rid of Ayling and get Soufal? Probably not. I mean, yes and no. So Ayling, to be fair, maybe, because although Ayling does have to double game week, he's just not getting clean sheets, and he's not really likely to have a clean sheet, really, because Leeds' defence are so bad. Ayling's playing at centre back, so he's not really offering any attacking potential. When he's back in the fullback position, maybe he has a bit more attacking potential. But for the double game week 19, Soufal is a player, one of the first players I'd want to have, like genuinely. So yeah, maybe that is the answer, Kundu. Yeah, maybe go for that, man. Oliver Stenstrom. Strong Swedish name there. Very strong. Thank you very much for the super chat. You haven't actually put a message in there, though. So, you know, if you do have a message, I don't know if you've forgotten to put a message in or not quite been able to. I will keep an eye out for your message in the chat so we can answer it. There you are. Yep, there you are. Kane and Bowen for Fernandes and Bamford. I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I'm not sure I would do that. Because Kane is a player I'd want. Kane sort of plays Fulham next game week. And then is it Leeds the following game week? So really nice fixtures for Kane there. Where you probably might even want to captain him. So Kane looking really good there. Bowen is, you know, he's obviously going to be really good for the double game week. Probably the best West Ham attacking player to have for the double game week. So I definitely want those two players. I'm not saying Fernandes and Bamford are bad. They're probably almost as good options, if not as good options, over this same period. However, do you really want to use two transfers on swapping, you know, two good options for another equally two good options? It's sort of a bit of a sideways move, and perhaps you could use your transfers a little more effectively. That's kind of my opinion on that one. Ethan Fernandez says, should I take -4 from Wilson to Adams? It kind of depends whether you think Wilson is going to... Well, Adams is going to outscore Wilson by 4 points. Now, I probably say there's a good chance of that happening. I can't see Wilson scoring against Man City. I can see Adams scoring against Fulham for sure. So perhaps in that case, it kind of is worth taking the -4 and going for Wilson to Adams. Yeah, perhaps do that, Ethan. Ethan, by the way, I hope you're doing really well still. I know you've been smashing it in FPL. I hope it's still going as well as it was, for sure. Qatari 19999. 9999. That's too many nines. Thoughts on Taylor? Also, captain Bruno, KDB, or Grealish? Oh, okay. If you've not got Salah, and you know getting Salah in is not an option, then I will go for KDB. So go for KDB captain. As for Taylor, I'm not so sure on him. You know, no double game week. Maybe he gets the odd assist, odd clean sheet. I don't know. Not really a player I'd be looking to bring in, to be honest. Probably what you have is almost as good, if not as good, to be honest. So I wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't be a priority transfer to bring in Taylor in for sure. And who else have we got here? We've got Kurtan Shah. Thank you very much for the super chat again there. Guys, you have been very generous today. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Should I go for Matip and Vardy to Firmino? 2 free transfers. Ooh. Should I go for Matip and Vardy to Firmino? Oh, right, I see what you're saying. Maybe. You've got 2 free transfers. I'm not massively hyped on Matip, if I'm honest. I'm really not, because he's a bit... He gets lots of injuries. He's... You know, he doesn't really... I know you can say, oh, he got a goal, he got an assist from, you know, set pieces. But he doesn't have often the attacking threat that sort of Robertson does, for example. So he's not really a good cover. Liverpool, they may have been getting a few clean sheets recently, or no, not even that. They may have only... Excuse me, guys, I do apologise. He may have sort of, you know, Liverpool only conceding 1 goal per game, but that's not really telling the full story, I don't think. I think Liverpool should have probably conceded a few more goals than they actually have over this period. So I'm not impressed by Liverpool's defence by any stretch of the imagination. So going for a pure clean sheet type player like Matip, really... All you're really doing is looking for clean sheets, and then if you get a bonus lucky goal or something, then that's a bonus. But you're looking primarily for the clean sheets. So for that reason, I probably wouldn't go for Matip. Firmino, on the other hand, could be really nice at the moment. He's posting good stats. He's in form. He's finishing his chances, which is, you know, surprising. So yeah, maybe Firmino could be someone good to go for. I need to catch up on these super chats really badly. Hold on, guys. Okay, 89 Tech. Thank you very much for the super chat again. I've Cancelo, Ayling, and Coufal. -4 for Reece to Dyer. Well, no. Well, if you're playing a formation with 3 at the back, then why take a -4? You don't need to take a -4. So don't. If you've got a full playing defence already, Cancelo's going to play, Ayling's going to play, Coufal's going to play. They're all going to play. So I don't think you've got anything to worry about there. Just play the 3. Don't worry about taking the -4. Reassess next game week if you want to spend your transfer next game week on taking out Reece James for Dyer. But by that time, you might even be saying, well, you know what? Now I've waited an extra game week. Reece James is a little bit closer to being fit. Maybe I keep him. And you might want Reece James for the double game week as well. So why not keep him? Why not keep him? Just for this game week at least. And then we've got a super chat from... Who was it from? Axels. Is that how you say that name? It's a pretty cool name. Thank you very much for the super chat. Also have Chilwell on the bench. 1 free transfer now. Want to roll it. What are you thinking about KDB to Son and Chilwell to Robertson for game week 16? Other options for Chilwell. Honestly, KDB to Son and Chilwell to Robertson for game week 16 sounds magnificent. That really sounds like good moves to make. I really like the sound of that, Axels. So yeah, I really would consider going for that one. If you roll your transfer, KDB to Son. Son going up against Fulham and then Leeds after that. We've got Chilwell to Robertson. Obviously, Chilwell, I do think he might be back, but his immediate fixtures aren't great. I think he's got Man City in game week 17, so that's not ideal. And yeah, so perhaps him to Robertson could be good because Robertson, attacking threat, double game, really nice double game week. I like the look of that a lot. So yeah, perhaps you could go for those 2 transfers for sure. And, oh, hang on, let me see. We got another. Okay. Christian Brosh says, hit for bringing in Adams for Watkins this week and Poveda Ocampo for someone else next week. Interesting. You could bring in Adams for Watkins. I'm not sure there's a massive reason to do that because, you know, Watkins is about to go against Crystal Palace, which it could be actually a really quite nice fixture for him. You know, Crystal Palace have just lost 7-0. They're clearly capable of conceding a few goals. You know, Aston Villa have this creativity of Grealish in their team. There could be a goal in there. So, no, I'm not sure I want to do that transfer, if I'm completely honest. Poveda Ocampo for someone else this week. That one, yeah, it depends. Is he just going to sit on your bench anyway? Because if he's just sitting on your bench anyway, then maybe don't bother with the transfer. But if you actually need to play someone, an extra midfielder, then yeah, perhaps you should look at upgrading him to someone else. You know, just go for a 5 million midfielder, Thomas Soucek, maybe Ademola Lookman. If you're feeling a little bit spicy, you could go for him. If you're looking to keep it fairly cheap, do something like that, guys. So yeah, cheers very much for the super chat there, Christian. I really appreciate that, man. Okay, right, let's get back to the normal chat because we had so many super chats all in a row there. Thank you so much. But let's see if we can answer some non-super chat questions. And we'll start off with Luca O'Meara. Play Podence or Callum Wilson? I would play... Wait, who are Wolves even playing? I actually should know this, but I don't. I think when my players don't... Well, since I haven't had Wolves players for so long, I've kind of been ignoring Wolves, not too interested in them. They play Spurs. Oh, that's tough. Okay, yeah, maybe Podence rather than Wilson. But then, you know, you can never know. You could get a penalty with Wilson. That's tough. Sorry, I don't know what's got into me, but I've got a few sneezes up my nose. I promise it's not COVID. Yeah, that's a tough one. Neto or Rafinha? I would probably go for... I don't even know who Leeds play this game week. Leeds play against Burnley. Oh yeah, for sure Rafinha then. Yeah, in that scenario, you go for Rafinha. Yeah, he's looked really good. Cesc 74, Bowen or Maupay? Just go for Bowen. I'm sick of Maupay, so I can hardly recommend putting him in. Ethan Fernandez, it's going amazing, mate. I'm in the top 3k overall. That's quality, Ethan. Well done, man. Well done. That's really good. Scholesy 104, Bamford or Ward-Prowse? I would probably go for Bamford, to be honest. Food and Focus says, how can you know it's not COVID? Well, actually, to be fair, I do know because my fiance is a nurse and she has to take, a COVID test every week. She took one yesterday, and her test came back clear. And if she doesn't have it, I don't have it because, you know, we're together constantly inside. So if one of us has it, both of us has it. And since she's in the clear, that means that I'm in the clear. And I've not seen anyone since yesterday, so there's no reason why I would have picked it up since then. So yes, just the sniffles at this time of year. Nothing wrong with that. It could be allergies as well, to be fair, because this room is really dusty. So maybe it's the dust. Okay, right. What else we got? Are you going to triple captain Mo Salah in double game week 19? Genuinely, maybe. but I don't want to commit to that. We'll see. We'll see. James Chapman says, love the new shirt. Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? So I got this for Christmas. It's a team called Forward Madison. It's a US-based team. I think it's in Wisconsin? Madison, Wisconsin. That sounds right in my head. Yeah, it's just an insane design of a football kit, which I want to start collecting some interesting football kits. I really want to start collecting them. Some cool ones. Okay, what else have we got here? Cancelo or Diaz in for Chilwell. I prefer Cancelo, if I'm honest. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. And the fact that Walker has got COVID, and I don't know, you guys actually some of you might have missed this one, but Kyle Walker at Man City and Gabriel Jesus both have come down with COVID, unfortunately. So that's going to mean that Cancelo is pretty much nailed on as at right back now, because who else does City have that can play at right back? No one, pretty much. And then, you know, maybe Aguero's going to be getting a bit of game time, but is he really ready yet? I don't know. Has he got injured again? Yeah, I think he has. So maybe it's Sterling playing as a striker? I don't know. Maybe it's Sterling playing as a striker or something like that. Maybe De Bruyne playing false nine, something like that. That would be awesome. That really would be awesome. But the main takeaway is that Cancelo's looking like he's going to be pretty much nailed on now. He's going to be playing every single game week. Which, to be fair, he already was. So, yeah. Cancelo, once again, absolute god. Moldy said the Pescara shirt is an interesting shirt for you to get. Yeah, no, for sure. I've written that down, actually. It's the one with the dolphin on it, isn't it? It's so cool. So, yeah, perhaps I do get that one as well, because it's really nice. Smorthy, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. Very kind donations. Freddie Lewandon, bench 1, Zuma, Dallas, Sofal, and Cancelo. Oh, bench 1. Bench Dallas. Sesk74, thank you so much for the super chat. Bowen or Morpay? Note, I have Sofal. As long as you've got Sofal. I would play Bowen. I'm really struggling to recommend Morpay. It's tough because whose defence is better, Brighton or West Ham? Well, Brighton's defence is better than West Ham's defence. But who's on better form and more likely to score? Probably Bowen. You know, Morpay is in terrible form. Maybe it changes, but, you know, in all likeliness, it's not going to change. So go for Bowen. Joyson, is that Joyson? Joyson Joseph. Welcome to FPL Mate members. And I should always remember to talk about channel membership. Dan Cross, I think the Liverpool shirt is a pretty good one myself. Yeah. For some reason, I don't really fancy buying that one. For some reason, I don't really want to buy that one. I'm going to stick with my, American foreign teams. I think it would be pretty bad if I got another Premier League shirt as an Arsenal fan. But yes, anyway, channel membership. So you can join the channel as a member. It costs 99 pence per month, 99p, 0.99 pounds. It's the cheapest I could set it to because I just wanted to make a cool service rather than try and rip you guys off or anything like that. So do feel free to join as a member. When you do join as a member, you get custom emojis that you can use in the chat and comment sections on my videos. Your name is highlighted in the chat so that I can see your comments and your chats more easily in the chat, so it helps me answer you a little bit better. It's 99p a month and that's it. And, you know, get a little badge, get your name highlighted, get emojis. I thought it was a pretty cool thing. If you fancy doing that, you can do that by clicking the join button, which is next to the subscribe button, either on this video, on my channel. I think it works on mobile for some people, but for other people, you might have to do it on desktop. But we'll see. Anyway, we've had another super chat. Guys. The generosity today, the Christmas spirit. It's amazing. No, this is gonna go into some new equipment, so this is really appreciated. So Smorthy, hi Dad, just wanted to wish you happy holidays and say thank you for your awesome content. Watching your videos makes my day brighter. Thank you for being such a nice dude. Greetings from Austria. Thank you so much, man. That is so generous. That's so kind of you. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. So thank you, Smorthy. I'm honestly, I'm glad I can, you know, make something that people are interested in. it means a lot to me to be doing this. It's your support is amazing. I really love doing this. I really do. And Dan B, that's a familiar name. Another super chat there, so thank you so much, Dan B. Merry Christmas, Dan. Keep up the great work. The streams are getting better and better. Thank you so much, man. I'm so glad that you feel like it's improving, because I really hope it is. Watching your videos... Oh, no, wait. Would you take -4 to bring in second keeper for bench boost game week 19? And who? I have Martinez. So, if I'm bench boosting game week 19, and honestly, I don't want to do it personally. But if I am bench boosting, I want to have 2 goalkeepers. That's a definite. I want 2 goalkeepers for that. If I'm bringing in a second goalkeeper for game week 19, I'm probably going to go for McCarthy at Southampton, just because he's so cheap. If I could pick any goalkeeper who I think is going to score the most points in game week 19 and 19 alone, I would choose Fabianski. But I wouldn't want to have that much money, spent on 2 goalkeepers. Martinez is 4.9 million. Fabianski's 5 point something million as well, isn't he? So that's so much to be spending on 2 goalkeepers. It really is. So for that reason, the cheapest goalkeeper that I can actually really recommend is McCarthy. The other option is Meslier, but I wouldn't be too keen on Meslier either, just because it's Leeds, I guess. So yeah, go for McCarthy if you're really dead set on bench boosting in game week 19, if that's what you want to do. And we've got another super chat from Mazda Disawala. Mahrez, Chilwell / Wilson out for Kane. Ward-Prowse / Ayling taking a -8. Well, for starters, no, you know what? I just don't like that at all. I'm sure you probably hoped that I wouldn't say this, but I really don't like that at all. Ward-Prowse is someone I would not be overly enthusiastic about getting into my team. Ayling is a player I definitely would not want to be getting into my team. Kane is okay, but I prefer Son. So if you're doing this, honestly, I would go for something a little bit more like, Son, Cancelo, and Bamford in. Something like that, rather than Kane, Ward-Prowse, and Ayling. Don't think Kane, Ward-Prowse, and Ayling would be 3 players that I'd want to get in, especially for a -8. So, no, my answer to that is basically, no, I really don't recommend that. Take your time, chill out a little bit. Maybe wait a game week so you've got 2 transfers. Maybe do then Mahrez to Son and Wilson to someone else, something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I don't like that -8 at all. I think you'll regret that. Godovan Tan says, which is better for replace Cavallero? I don't know if you should replace Cavallero. I mean, obviously he got injured in the warm-up last game week, but he's just a cheap bench option anyway. He's not going to be a player that you want to be playing regularly anyway. So just keep him on your bench and play him next game week. I think he's got a couple of good fixtures coming up as well, Cavallero. So, it could be nice to hold on to him. And he's looking really good. He's on penalties as well. So, nice. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, mate. Keep up the good work. Great stream. And Brock is pronounced Brock. Christian Brock. I'm so sorry, man, for mispronouncing your name. Christian Brock, you legend. Thank you so much, man. And Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year as well. And Dan B, McCarthy it is. Dude, you don't have to do another super chat of that size. That's so generous. It's so unnecessary. Thank you so much. But you don't have to do that, man. You already donated 15, and you don't have to do another 15 like that. But that's quality. That's really appreciated. And you know what? I need a new microphone stand, so I'll probably go out and buy a microphone stand now. I really will. God, thank you so much. You know what? I'm gonna do a birthday stream on the 28th, and I was thinking on the 28th when I'm doing a stream on the deadline, and it's my birthday as well. There's probably going to be a chance that a few people will want to donate. So on the 28th, if you do want to donate, on my birthday stream, it's going to be a charity stream. So we're going to do it all donations to charity because I don't want to, I don't want to be in a situation where people feel like they're having to contribute because it's my birthday. So I'd rather do something for charity. If that's all good for you guys, that's probably just what I'll do. So yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what charity I'm going to do yet, though. It'll maybe be something to do with autism, to be honest, because that's something quite personal to me. But yes, we will definitely do a charity stream on the 28th. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, pretty excited for that, to be honest. I really am. So let's get back to some questions. Right. Matteo Grioli, Kane or Bruno? I have Son as well. Are you talking about who to bring into your team? Because if you're talking about who to bring into your team, I would go for Bruno. If you have Son already, you don't need Kane as well, basically. Who else we got here? Thoughts on Vardy and Son in Game Week 19? Well, I mean, they're not really players you want to be targeting for Game Week 19, are they? I mean, Son maybe, because he's got a pretty good fixture against Sheffield United in Game Week 19. But Vardy, maybe. I don't know. I think there's probably better options around. Like Martial, for example, is a player that I've really got my eye on at the moment. Hence he's in the thumbnail, actually, today. Because I got my eye on him, and I know he's the first fixture. So, yeah, pretty good. Owen Amadeus says Coufal or Calvert-Lewin to start. I would try and play both of those if you're honest. If you can play both of those, please try and do that. But Calvert-Lewin, you back the attacker, don't you? If you are ever in a situation where you're not sure whether to play, an extra defender or a striker or someone like that, then try and back the attacker. Particularly if it's a goal-scoring attacker, like I don't know. Like if it's Soshek or, a defensive midfielder, something like that, then maybe do back the defender. But if you've got an attacking midfielder or a striker or a winger, back them ahead of your defender pretty much every time. 89 Texas, other ways to donate for your charity stream. I'm not sure yet. I'm not actually sure how I'm going to work it out. I think YouTube do have a feature where you can set your stream so every super chat donated within the stream goes straight to the charity. If that's possible, I'll just do that. Or maybe I'll put like a link in the description or something like that so people can do it that way. But yeah, I'll have to figure it out. If anyone's got any suggestions of how that might work, then obviously more than welcome. I want to do it right, but yeah, let's see how it goes. So, Luke Durheim says, thoughts on having Grealish, Salah, KDB, Fernandes and Son in the midfield all at once? You know what? I've been looking at this kind of thing recently, and it is possible. It is possible to do it without having a terrible team, because the thing is, there's so many really cheap, good strikers. You can get Che Adams, 6 million. Bamford, what's he? 6.3 million. Even like, I don't know, Wilson's only like 6.6 million, isn't he? So there's so many strikers that are so cheap. There's so many defenders that are so cheap. So foul, 4.7 million. Walker Peters, 4.7 million. So many defenders that are really cheap. Goalkeepers that are good and cheap. Martinez, McCarthy. My point is, because there's so many goalkeepers, defenders and forwards that are so cheap, it's really possible to just pack out the midfield, because I feel like the best premium options kind of are in midfield this year. That's where the best option is, for sure. 89 Texas, because I will be asleep. Haha. Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, will you be asleep? Because it will be in the morning again. Let's have a look at what time. I think it's like 11 AM UK time. I don't know how that translates for you. I'm just going to double check, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. Going on my phone. I just do want to check. So, it's Game Week 16. The first fixture is at 3 PM, which means the deadline is at 1:30 PM, which means the deadline stream will start at 12:30 PM. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 12:30 PM UK time would be the start. I don't know if that means you'll be asleep there or what, but maybe I'll figure it out. I'll put something on Twitter anyway, so if you keep an eye on my Twitter, we'll talk about what we're going to do for this charity stream for sure. Definitely. Okay. Next deadline. Yeah, I'm talking about the next deadline. 89 Tech. I'm living in Singapore, working or sleeping probably. Fair enough, man. I'll put something on Twitter. We'll work it out, and hopefully, I mean, if you do want to donate to the charity thing, you can. But we'll do some more stuff in the future for sure. We'll do some more charity stuff. Definitely. Okay, Arvind G, pray for me, bro. I am starting Mahrez. Please pray. Yeah, you're going to need some prayers, aren't you, for Mahrez playing. The Pep roulette is harsh and unwavering. Kazema says, when is Ferguson coming back? Ferguson is going to be coming back. Well, we don't know. He's in training, which is good. I think he had a minor setback whilst in training a couple of weeks ago. But maybe January, late January. I'm really hoping that he can come back soon, finally. But he is old sick, no, and we don't know for sure. Basically, we don't know for sure, but he's getting closer, which is the important thing. Kasim Chima has said Chilwell on -342 on FPL statistics. So people are selling Chilwell en masse. He's definitely getting a price drop tonight then, no doubt about that. I'm keeping him for sure. Don't really see the issue. I think people are going to regret selling Chilwell. And I'm happy with that because although his price is dropping, his ownership is dropping. So when he scores these points in that double game week, woohoo, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Waleed says, thoughts on Ings out for Firmino? I quite like that, but I would prefer to bring in Martial, I think. That's what I'd be going for. McCarthy or Martinez? A few people have been saying that. I'm guessing this is your choice of rotating goalkeepers. Martinez or McCarthy. Who do I fancy there? Martinez up against Crystal Palace or McCarthy against Brighton? No, it's not McCarthy against Brighton. It's McCarthy against Fulham. Maybe... That's so tough. Oh, no wonder you're asking me because that's a tough question, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna say go for Martinez just because Aston Villa have been looking banging in defence, really good in defence recently. They're keeping clean sheets. It's looking good. It's looking good. So yeah, maybe go for Martinez just based on that. 89 Tech. Thank you for joining as a member as well, man. Appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. Enjoy the emojis. Dylan Williams, I took a -4 this week. Lamptey and Chilwell to Stones and Zuma. Yeah, that sounds pretty sensible transfers, to be honest. I mean, yeah, that seems like that's going to pay off for you, I think. I don't think that's too bad. Rashford or Bruno for captain this week? Bruno is definitely the safer option, but I would be thinking more about going for Salah or KDB. If you have Salah or KDB, go for one of those. I mean, ideally pick Salah. If you don't go for KDB, after that, it's kind of a little bit like risky. Right, really risky. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Flameify says, hey, bring in Coufal, Dallas or Taylor. I would go for Coufal. Really like the look of him. Dark Dengon says, transferred in Robbo for Chilwell. Should I bring in Son for KDB next week? That's what I'm thinking. In fact, that's 99% what I'm going to be doing for next game week. Is taking out De Bruyne and bringing in Son. I'm looking forward to that. Bench Welbeck or Target. Like I was saying earlier, back the attacker and go for Welbeck. West Ham's defence are not that good right now, so Welbeck could easily score something. Yeah, I think Welbeck could be in the money this game week. Grealish or Kane captain? Oh, that's tough. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because we're getting to territories that I'm not comfortable talking about. I'm not really, outside of Salah and De Bruyne, I'm not really comfortable with recommending anyone for captain. So you're flipping a coin with Kane versus Grealish. You are flipping a coin. And I don't want to get it wrong for you. So just go with your heart. Right, Vardy or Rashford, double game week. Neither. Go for Martial. Jensen Underwood, if I don't have free hits, should I stay with KDB or Bruno? Stay with maybe stay with KDB if you don't have a free hit, because you're gonna want someone to play in both those game weeks. I imagine for sure. Bench Wijnaldum or Zaha? Maybe bench Wijnaldum, because Wijnaldum doesn't really have an attacking threat. I mean, he'll occasionally pop up with a goal or an assist. I mean, maybe in this game he does get the goal or an assist, but he's, Zaha is the more attacking player, isn't he? He's a more expensive player as well. Is it worth planning for bench boost if I have 2 double game week on bench? I mean, if you already have 2 on the bench and you think you can easily get a 3rd and a 4th maybe, then yeah, maybe you could go for that. The bench boost in Game Week 19 is going to be a strong game week. I'm not really quite set up for it, so I don't really fancy it. I'd like a little bit more time to plan for it. So I'm not going to be doing it personally. But if you've already got a couple of playing players on your bench that do double up, and you think you can easily get a couple more, why not? Why not? Ali says, I'll triple Captain Salah this week, hoping for a big return. It could easily happen. It really could easily happen. Blue Dot will Coufal play? Yes, he will. Habib says Sterling captain. Okay, yeah, maybe you could go for Sterling captain if you have him. I do prefer Salah. I do prefer KDB, but Sterling captain, you know, that's not horrendous. That's not horrendous. Bench Dallas or Coufal. Bench Dallas, because Leeds can't keep clean sheets. They can't. I mean, unless you're looking for those attacking returns. Who do Leeds play again? I need to remember this. Oh, they play Burnley. Oh, you know what? Maybe this could be a game week for Dallas. You know, obviously they've not got a great chance of clean sheets, but, you know, you add the potential attacking threat that Dallas is providing, then maybe you do go for him. I don't know. The GOAT says, are you using your triple captain on Game Week 19, mate? I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I'm not going to commit yet, but there's a good chance I use it. Yeah, there really is. We'll see. Mo's Vlog, thank you for the super chat, my friend. What will your midfield / strike look for double game week? Okay, it will look like... how do I describe it? So it will go Son, Salah, Fernandes, Grealish, who doesn't have a double, and then who was the last one? I think I have it planned. I have it written down somewhere. Who did I plan to bring in? Is someone okay? I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So it will go Son, Salah, Fernandes, Grealish, Pulisic as the 5. That's nice. That's nice. And then up front, it will go Martial and Che Adams. That's the plan. I'm excited by it. Like, it's a little bit differential. Sort of when you start bringing in Martial, Pulisic, it's a little bit differential. It's a little bit spicy. But the thing is, guys, and I've been trying to do this for a while. What made me do well at the end of last season, because I had a huge rank boost at the end of last season. The way I did that is I got my team to the template. So I got my team to a place where I'm happy with it. You know, a kind of team that you can say, oh, do I really need to make any transfers? Well, I guess I could. Get to that kind of team, and then after you're there, you can start thinking about what players you think will do well in the future, rather than trying to catch up with players that you know are, you know, just generally good options. So we have loads of genuine, just generally speaking, good options for long term. Cancelo, Martinez, Coufal, Walker-Peters, Salah, Bruno Fernandes, Grealish, Calvert-Lewin, Adams. These are all good long-term players. You just keep them in your team every single game week. Now, when you've got all of the players that you want to give yourself the good basic team, that's when you can start spicing it up with some players that you predict are going to start doing really well. You use data, you watch the players, you try and identify who's going to start doing really well. And this is what I like doing. It's sort of my favourite part of FPL. And you can start predicting some points and getting ahead of the curve, getting these players in before anyone else realises, oh wow, they were a good option this whole time. I just didn't realise it yet. And right now, the 2 players that I'm looking at that are going to fulfil that exact purpose are Martial and Pulisic. I think they're about 3% owned each. So nobody has them in their teams. Well, I mean, a few people do, obviously, but not a lot of people have them in their teams. And going into this double game week, they both double up. Could be spicy. Could be very spicy. And Man United, actually, by the way, have some amazing fixtures. Like, their fixture run is so good. Pretty much from now on. After this game week, it's so good. So, to double up on Man United, Bruno Fernandes, Martial, I'm all up for it. I am all up for that. And I do want to get a Chelsea player in, because I am a little bit lacking in the Chelsea attacking department. I have been for a while, but I've sort of been waiting for the right Chelsea attacking player to bring in. I thought it was Ziyech, Brought him in, didn't work out, regretted that one. He wasn't the one. He really wasn't the one. But Pulisic, could he be the one? Surely. I don't know. We'll see how the stats play out for the next couple of game weeks, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on him, watch him play, see what I fancy, but it's not set in stone, but Pulisic and Martial are definitely part of my current plans. Corey Langridge, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Cheers, Corey. Thoughts on my team: Meslier, Cancelo, Dallas, Benarek, Rafinha, Fernandez, Son, Salah, Welbeck, Kane, DCL, bench, Martinez, March, Target, and Lamptey. I would maybe put Martinez on the pitch. Yeah, Leeds I just don't trust. You've doubled up there on Leeds defence, and that's kind of risky. So Corey, I would switch Martinez for Meslier there in goal. Other than that, man, you're looking pretty strong, looking pretty flush. You got a really strong playing team there. You can maybe even think about doing bench boost game week 19, depending on whether you have your free hit left. Could do something like that. It could be good. Looking nice, Corey. Looking nice. But yeah, like I said, would play Martinez ahead of Meslier. Mo's Vlogs, thank you for the super chat, man. Are you not worried about not having KDB against Palace? Not well. I mean, yes and no. But it's kind of a situation where who would you rather have? KDB against Palace, or, you know, Salah against his, you know, he's playing Burnley and Manchester United. I mean, you'd pick Salah out of those two. Who do you prefer, De Bruyne or Bruno Fernandes against Liverpool and Fulham? Is that who he played, Liverpool and Fulham? I think. I can't remember. But yeah, you prefer Bruno Fernandes to De Bruyne because you've got two fixtures. When you've got, you know, De Bruyne against Crystal Palace or Heung-min Son, who has a single game week that game week, but he plays against Sheffield United. Again, you probably say, I think I prefer Heung-min Son. So, it's not that I think De Bruyne is a bad pick. I do not. I think it's an amazing, amazing pick. I think he's awesome. I really do. But my issue is that there are players that I prefer, and you can't have them all, especially when we're talking this amount of money. Now, De Bruyne is literally one of the most expensive players in FPL. If I'm having him in my team, it's because I really, really want him, which has kind of been the situation for the last few game weeks. But it's coming to a time where Son has these really nice fixtures against Fulham, against who's he play after? Fulham, Leeds. Then he doesn't blank in game week 18. I can't remember who he plays. Aston Villa, I think. And then he plays against Sheffield United. So he's weighing it up. He's weighing it up and trying to use your money effectively. Oh my God, guys. I just realised we're 1 minute to deadline. I've been chatting away like it's nothing. I should have been doing last minute questions, really. So my apologies for that. My apologies for that. So yeah, I mean, it's the deadline's passed, guys. The deadline is passed. How about that? How about that? That's it. Unless I've got my time completely wrong, the deadline's passed, guys. So I hope you did your transfers in time. I can see the chat has gone a little bit quiet, which means you're probably checking your team. Did I do everything correctly? Hopefully you did. Hopefully you set your captains to Salah, and if you didn't, you're in big trouble. Maybe KDB does okay. But yeah, right. As we always do at the end of the streams, we say, who did you captain? Who did you captain this game week, guys? Pop it in the chat right now. I want to see who you captain. Flood that chat. One message each, please, guys. One message each. But flood the chat with who you captain. I want to see it. I want to see a sea of Salah. A Salacy. It's not a fallacy. It's not a fallacy to see a Salacy. Get that Salacy in the chat. I want to see who you captain. Meanwhile, I'm going to reply to a text message. Right, the chat is lit up. Oh my God, it's no fallacy. We've got a Salacy. A sea of Salahs in the chat. KDB, we've got a couple of KDBs. We've got a Sterling in there. It is so Salah. It is so... Salah is so on. Yeah, guys, we're going to be eating. We're going to be eating with the Salah. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, I mean, you completely lagged out my chat, but that's fine. Look at that. So many Salahs. Someone's called Cancelo. That's interesting. Is that a KDB emoji I see in there from Kashav? Fair play. Pogba, that's weird. That's a weird one. I mean, if you're playing for fun, I guess you could go for Pogba. Salah, my hero, from Darker Dengone. George Fernandez, Lingard, triple captain. Always a comedian in the chat. Why did I say Fernandez? That clearly does not say George Fernandez. I've mind on the Fernandez. More pay because of you. I mean, yeah, it's inevitable that more pay scores in the game week that I take him out. So fair play, fair play. McGoldrick, hope you're joking. Welbeck, let's go. Just kidding. Obviously, Salah captain. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be Salah, hasn't it, guys? I kind of feel sorry for you if you don't have Salah in your team, because you are going to be watching the Liverpool game against West Brom from behind the sofa. You are going to be. Has he scored yet? Has Salah scored yet? You're going to be like that, guys. It's not going to be a fun experience for you. There is no way you're going to have a nice... Well, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Liverpool against West Brom. Is it the late kickoff? I think it's like 4:30 that game. Oh no, it's the penultimate game. So 4:30, yep. UK time anyway. That is scary stuff. That is scary, scary stuff for non-Salah owners. It really is. No Salahs. Salah only owned 47%. Yeah, but you say that, but we've also got to think about the inactive players. By this point in the season, you know for a fact that at least 25-30% of players, FPL players, have not touched their team in at least a couple of weeks. So they're not really concentrating. So although Salah's only owned 47%, which by the way is huge, he was 30% literally 2 game weeks ago, and now he's 47%. That's madness. Oh no, it's 41%. No, I don't know where 47% came from. But he has gone up over 10%, well, 10% in the space of like 10 days ownership. That's mad. His effective ownership to this game week, guys, his effective ownership is going to be like 120%. Because people will be triple captaining him. People will be captain. Well, most people who own... I'm pretty sure that 90% of people who own Salah will also captain him. There'll be people triple captaining him as well. His effective ownership is really, really likely to be over 100%. In the higher ranks, anyway. In the top 10k, his effective ownership will be like 150%. In the top 100k, his effective ownership will probably be like, I don't know, 120%. It's going to be huge. It's going to be literally huge. I don't know. It won't have updated yet, so we won't know exactly what the effective ownerships are. But it's going to be huge, like genuinely huge on Salah this game week. Few of you guys asking what is effective ownership. Basically, it's kind of hard to explain. But if you captain a player, that essentially means you have 2 of the same player. If that makes any sense. So if I captain Salah, it's like me having 2 Salahs. So what effective ownership does is it takes the total ownership of a player and then adds on top of that how many people have captained him. So if you've captained him, it counts as you having 2 Salahs, which means his ownership can go above 100%. So if 100 people have if 100 people have Salah, right, and 50 of those people captain Salah, that means Salah's effective ownership is 150, because 100 people have Salah, but 50 of those people have also captained him. So they're getting him twice. Takes up to 150. So that's kind of how effective ownership works. And in the higher ranks, it's going to be over 100%. It really is. Overall, it probably will be like, I don't know, 60% effective ownership. So, you know, if your rank's like 2 millionth or something like that, 2 million in the world, you've got some really nice opportunities to score some points, to be honest. So yeah, does that affect the player's price? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Effective ownership doesn't affect the player's price, so don't worry about that. A great explanation. Oh well, yeah. It's a really hard thing to explain. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. Yeah, maybe. Right, Carl Morris. I brought Dallas in for Justin last minute. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I've been saying this a lot of game weeks, to be fair, but Leicester keeping a clean sheet? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? DCL, Watkins or Bowen, who would you bench? You're too late, man. If you're asking me questions about who you should be playing this game week, I'm afraid you're too late. The deadline was 7 minutes ago. I'm staying on just because I like chatting with you guys. It's something I enjoy doing. Dan Cross has correctly pointed out that yes, it does help explain why you can own a player and still drop him rank when he scores. If so, okay, here's the example. If you have Salah in your team, but his effective ownership is over 100%, that means that every time Salah scores, you lose rank because you only have 100% of Salah, but overall the average people have 120% of Salah. So you lose rank. So just by the fact that you haven't captained him. If you captain a player, you will always gain rank, pretty much. If you triple captain him, you'll definitely gain rank. You can't not gain rank if you own a player and triple captain him. But if you just own a player and everyone else is captaining him but you can lose. You can lose rank. It's tough. It's tough. Oh, I know it's gone. I'm just asking in general. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, okay, sorry. Perhaps I was a bit quick there. DCL, Watkins or Bowen, who would you bench? It depends on the game week. That's the kind of thing. I don't think DCL has an amazing fixture next game week, does he? It depends what the fixtures are, really. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about next game week yet because we'll talk about that next... we'll talk about that on the 28th. Simply FPL, you lose rank on average, but it's not guaranteed you drop effective ownership over 100% because the bulk of that effective ownership may be from players way below you. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I'm trying, yeah. Ironically, your name is Simply FPL, but I'm trying to keep it simple because I don't want to overcomplicate things for the sake of just chatting about it, generally speaking, on stream. But yeah, no, you're fully right, Simply FPL. You're spot on there. You're 100%. And Nona says, when is a birthday stream? Birthday stream is on the 28th, so not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Monday the 28th. On deadline is also my birthday, so we'll do a 2-for-1 offer. We'll do a charity stream. Could be good. Logan says, do you have a good Christmas, big man? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was, well, I mean, we can't really do much because we're stuck in isolation over here where we are. So there's not too much we could do, but you know, it's just me and my fiance in the house. We opened some presents, we FaceTimed and Zoomed, called some family and some friends. We went for a little walk, and we had dinner for two. So yeah, not all bad, pretty chilled. Watched a couple of Christmas films as well. So yeah, it's all good, all good. Ethan Fernandez, should I replace Soucek next game week because I'm not planning on playing bench boost so I can move that money to starting 11? No, maybe. It always seems like a bit of a waste of a transfer. Maybe just sit him on your bench. You never know. You might, over the Christmas period, might be some rotation. You might actually find that Soucek is a useful player to have. Benedict CFM. Hi Dan from Singapore here. Double game week striker pick. Abraham, Martial or Firmino. I like Martial and Firmino probably the most there. Abraham does carry that slight rotation risk, doesn't he? For sure. Son is cheaper than Kane, so I prefer Son. Oh, you're talking to someone else, but you are right, Dark. Dengon. Definitely. Ram Candle says, hi Dan from Nepal here. Sofal's become father. Will he play? I think he'll play. I still think he'll play. We'll find out soon, but I think he should still play. For sure. Ethan Fernandez says, my team value is low, 101.9. That's not that bad. That's not that bad, I don't think. Sakir says, Chilwell, hold or sell. You missed the deadline this game week, so I think maybe you can just keep him at this point. Just keep Chilwell. No? Yeah. Thomas Houghton says, favourite... Houghton? Why? It's such an easy name. Why can I not say that? Favourite Christmas movie? I would say, Elf. Elf has got to be up there, hasn't it? Maybe that's the one, isn't it? Abel Havel says KDB captain. Let's go. Worrying. Salah's going to hurt you. Well, no, I don't know for sure that Salah's going to hurt you, but I would be worried. I'd be very, very afraid. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Burnley defenders worth the transfers for double game week? Probably not. I mean, look at their double game week fixtures. Wait, do they even have a double game week? Do they? You've thrown me off. I don't think they do. Oh, they do. Yeah, they do. But one of them's against Liverpool. One of them's against West Ham. Not bad. I don't know. I'd rather, you know, I keep talking about it, but if you're bringing in a cheap defender for the double game week, go for Coufal. Like, I know a few of you are probably trying to cut some corners with maybe Loughton at Burnley because he's so cheap. Santa, I know him. Dan Cross straight in there with the elf references. Indigo Fart says, "How's your great name?" Great question. How's your mental health, Dan? It's the best it's been in my entire life. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's the best it's ever been. It really is. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, thank you for asking. Amy perhaps says, anyone facing audio video lag, or is it just me? It could be that there's some slight lag. I know there's definitely a 5 frame lag because I have to correct it in my videos. So there's definitely going to be a 5 frame lag. After that, it's probably just my slow computer. But we'll when I move house eventually, hopefully within the next 2-3 months, we'll have a much better setup. In fact, you know the where I started versus where I am pictures. I cannot wait, guys, to show you a picture of my current setup, how awful it is, and then compare that to what I eventually have set up in the new house when we move. Oh my god, hopefully there's going to be such a difference, I swear to god. But yeah, this is tragic. This setup is tragic, and honestly, it's proof that anyone can do YouTube. You don't need an amazing setup and equipment to do YouTube. I've got a webcam, which to be fair is a decent webcam. I've got a microphone, which to be fair is an okay microphone as well. I've got a laptop. Who streams on a laptop? Me, this guy, which is why we might have a little bit of lag. And I've got this pretty cheap light box that is here. It flushes my face out, makes me white. I'm actually really tanned. You wouldn't know, but I'm actually got pretty dark skin. This light blasts me in the face. And then, you know, a tiny desk. And this is all cramped in a tiny corner of a bedroom. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. They really can. So, there is questions in the chat. There is... should I go for DCL to Martial? Because I really want Martial, but might have to sell DCL as he's the only good option next week. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. Well, yeah, who else do I sell, to be honest? It's going to have to be Calvert-Lewin out for Martial, for sure. And I'll do that in game week... Is it game week 18 I want to do that? I think it is. No, 17, sorry. So game week 16. I will play... Do I play Dominic Calvert? Maybe I'll take the -4. Next game week's actually a pretty good game week to take a -4. Like, genuinely. We'll think about it. We will think about it. But annoyingly... I don't know. Game week 16 is also cup qualifying, isn't it? So you probably don't want to take a -4 in cup qualifying week. Oh, I don't know. I don't care about cup qualifying. We might take a -4 next game week. It's my birthday game week. I have a bit of fun. Let me have a bit of fun. Pro Joel says Arsenal players option for game week 17. Arsenal players are never options. Kim Sothiara says when we bring in Son next game week. Game week 16. He's going to be the one I bring in Son. Predictions on Chelsea versus Arsenal. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I hope we can get something out of the game. But realistically, what is it going to be like? A 2-0 to Chelsea? Maybe 2-1. Maybe. Kosik Kumar says, will there be another double game week to hold the free transfers? Maybe. Yeah, no, there's going to be more double game weeks, but they're going to be sort of, I think, is there one in like game week 26? There's going to be? Maybe. Yeah, not sure. But yeah, there's definitely going to be other double game weeks coming up. 100%. And some will be sooner rather than later. Gavin Huntley Walker says, tell us about your chair. Looks pretty sick. Gaming chair. Yeah, actually, I forgot about this chair. The chair has got to be part of the setup. And this chair is actually, you know, this is a good... Oh my God, I'm throwing things around. Yeah, this is a good part of the setup, to be fair. I do like this bit. So, yeah, it's a GT Omega Racing. I got it for Christmas, like 4 years ago. So I've had it a while. But yeah, it's just perfect. It's perfect for the job. And I like the greens on it as well, because it's kind of like... green is one of the channel colours, like kind of the branding colours in a way. And green was also one of my older channels' branding colours. One of my old YouTube channels, the branding colours was green, so that's why I got it in green. I can't wait to show you guys one day my old YouTube channels. I'm going to show you my old... When I hit 100,000 subscribers, I say when. What I really mean is if. But really, I mean, come on, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll show you my old YouTube channel, and you are going to laugh so much. You won't even believe it's me. You really won't. It's so different to what I do now. It's so different. It's hilarious. Whatever. Whatever. Epic Nick says, if Arsenal go down, I wouldn't envy you, but it would be incredibly funny. You know, even as an Arsenal fan, it could be kind of fun having Arsenal in the... No, I'd hate it. Yeah, it would be tragic. You know, the banter is what I wouldn't be able to take. If Arsenal were in the Championship, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, we come back up, of course. You know, hopefully we'd build off that, and actually, maybe it'd be the boost, the hit we need to actually kick ourselves into gear. So basically, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but the problem would be that, you know, I would just be facing so much banter. I mean, I already am, like my friends and stuff in group chats. It's always like, you know, Arsenal are losing again. I'm like, yeah, I know. There we go. Ethan Fernandez, congrats on 47k. Yeah, hit 47k yesterday on Christmas Day. What a nice little Christmas present for you guys. 47,000. Riyad Isawi says, can you stream your wedding? We might be able to do something on my wedding, I'm sure. Oname Julia says, what's your full name? My full name is Daniel, but, you know, most people call me Dan, but my full name is actually Daniel. I know that's not what you meant, by the way, but you don't need my full name. You don't need that in your life. You don't need it. If Arsenal go down, they will stay down for a while, I think, like Leeds. No way, no. I really don't think so, because Leeds have had real financial problems. Arsenal is one of the most well-run clubs financially in the world. So Arsenal are never going to have a financial problem, so that's why they won't get like back-to-back relegation. So I wouldn't worry about that, to be honest, as an Arsenal fan. Obviously, I don't want Arsenal to get relegated, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. You know, you support your team, don't you? Sure, Dan Cross, surely Arsenal fans have got to be immune to the banter by now. You would think so. You know, to be fair, there is some truth in that. There really is some truth to that, because, like, you know, I think, well, when Arsenal lost to Burnley, I think it was my brother put in a group chat that we're in. You know, Arsenal lost to Burnley, and I was sort of like, well, shouldn't we be laughing at Burnley? They only beat Arsenal 1-0. That's tragic. This is Arsenal. They can only beat them 1-0. Terrible. So maybe Burnley should be the banter club now. Maybe. Savage Cabbage says, show us your old channel at 50k. Nah, we'll save that. We'll save it. Jordan Kenobe says, hi, Daniel. Hello. Jack Andrew says, how old are you? 27. Getting on a little bit. Getting on. Gonna be 28 in 2 days. well and truly into my late 20s. Pratik says, why do so many FPL gurus I follow are Arsenal fans? Because Arsenal is just a club for the football purists. Or at least it was. When I was growing up, Arsenal was a football club for football fans. You know, if you enjoyed good football, you supported Arsenal. But yeah, obviously that's not really the case anymore. Kyle Morris says, cheers, Dan. Have a good night. Have a good night, Kyle. Catch you later, mate. Stanley says, Wenger out was a wrong decision. But what's the alternative? To have Arsene Wenger as Arsenal manager until he's 100 years old? No, we had to move on at some point. The results weren't there. And fair enough, that might not have been all at Wenger's feet. Maybe, there's more responsibility there. And perhaps as Arsenal fans, we were very keen to move Wenger on by the end of it. He had to leave eventually, though. And we did have to start moving things on. And that's exactly what we've been trying to do. Didn't work out with Emery. Not working out so far with Arteta. Not to say that, we should just have Wenger even now. We've got to move on. We just got to get it right. It might not happen straight away. Teams have transition periods. Manchester United, they took a few years before it started to click. And to be fair, part of that was just spending a ludicrous amount of money. Just throwing money at Manchester United until they started to pick it up a little bit. And then they eventually did. It could happen. Ramiz said we could still win the UCL. We could. Oh, wait, not the. Who do you reckon we win the UCL? Sorry, I was thinking of Europa League. Arsenal could win the Europa League. It's the golden birthday, 28 on the 28th. Is that called a golden birthday? I've never heard of that one before, but I have. Yeah, 28 on the 28th. You only get that once in your life. You only get it once in your life to be the age on the day. Josh Naidu says, are you Arteta out yet? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I really don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I want to give the benefit of this. The players aren't putting a proper shift in. They're not downing tools, but only some players actually seem to really, really care and want to pull us out of this situation. Everyone else just seems to be down in the dumps, miserable, not quite in the good mental space, and I'm not surprised there. In that situation, it's going to take a toll on you mentally. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't want to blame Arteta entirely, but also the board. We should have an attacking midfielder. We need a creative midfielder. We need to stop spending money on players in positions we already have a ludicrous amounts of. Why are we buying more centre backs in the summer? Fine, get the good centre back like Gabriel. He's been good, but bringing in Mari. Why have we bought Mari? When is he going to play? Why are we bringing in Cedric Suarez? When is he going to play? And why are we bringing in Willian? Well, whatever. I can talk about Arsenal all day, but yeah. It's meant to be an FPL channel, not an Arsenal channel. If you want to watch someone complaining about Arsenal, you're in the wrong place. Well, I mean, you're in the right place, but you should be in the wrong place. Emery's got 19 game unbeaten in La Liga. Arsenal can't win a single game in the Prem. Bloody hell. Pardon my language. Yeah. What can I say? We're in a bad state. Arsenal. Just in a bad place. Isn't that Edu's job? Yeah, Edu is. Yeah, he should be doing recruitment. Why did you sack Emery and now not sack Arteta? Well, Emery had a year and a half. Arteta's not even had a year yet. So, I mean, that is part of it for sure. Arsenal need God. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right there. They do. We are, by the way, guys. I hopefully you kind of already knew this, but. You probably know by that. I'm waiting till past for the stream to see who's playing in this early game. I want to see what the lineups are. Let's find out what the lineups are by half 11. What? My brain just had a complete freeze right there. I have no idea why. It's because I was trying to. No, I know exactly why. It's because I was trying to read messages and talk at the same time. Don't do that, Dan. No, by now. We've been streaming for 3 months. Should be a veteran by now. Don't stream and read at the same time. But yeah, we're going to wait till 11:30. We're going to read who is lining up for Manchester United and Leicester. If anyone cares about Leicester still. Manchester United, more importantly, though. Is Bruno going to be dropped? That would be exciting. Oshin Stag says you would make a good podcast. I hope so. I really want to do a podcast at some point. Some point soon, you know. What I need to do, first of all, is quit my day job, go full-time YouTube, have a bit of more spare time, and then, you know, we can reinvest this spare time in podcasts and other interesting stuff, improving the channel, you know, making this place a better place. Logan says, I honestly think Leicester are going to beat Man U 2-1. I wouldn't be too surprised. I really would not be too surprised. Yeah. Corsic Kumar says happy birthday in advance, Dan. Thank you, boss. Thank you, man. Both of us share the same day, just more years for me. Well, happy birthday to you for the 28th, Corsic. I hope you have a good one, man. I hope you have a good one. I brought in Stones for Chilwell because I'm strapped for cash. Fair enough. Stanis says Arteta out on reading. Ethan Fernandez says, did you see the Arsenal fan talking about Arteta? Which one? Arteta was brought in to revive Arsenal, but all he's revived is AFTV. Now that is a burn. That is a burn. Matthew Hyap says, what other FPL YouTubers do you watch? Well, I used to watch Let's Talk FPL. He was always my favourite. Gone off him a bit recently for some reason. We won't talk about why. Nathan Bacon, I really enjoy. I don't know if you guys watch Nathan Bacon, but he's got he puts a lot of effort into his videos, a lot of work in terms of the comedy and stuff. It's really funny and entertaining stuff, and I like that style of FPL content when it doesn't take itself too seriously. It gives good advice, but also tries to keep things light-hearted and fun. I really enjoy that style of content. So Nathan Bacon is definitely. He's arguably a little bit niche, but he's definitely an upcoming FPL YouTuber for sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, a few people are. There's some things I'm not going to answer. Bacon accent is nice. Yeah, he's got the Welsh accent. Yeah, no, I really appreciate his stuff. I went on a little bit of a binge. 24th, whilst I was at work, I just had Nathan Bacon on a couple of videos on in the background. Good stuff, really good stuff. And I really like Elite FPL as well. Now they only do streams, which is gonna hold them back a little bit because not everyone wants to watch streams only. I mean, you guys are here because you're watching the streams because you guys obviously like streams. But you want, if you like streams a lot, you definitely want to check out Elite FPL. It's really high quality stuff. I really enjoy it, for sure. Logan Mann says, definitely. I'm not reading that. I don't want to. You know what would be really nice? I would really like to squash the beef with Let's Talk FPL. I don't think there's any point in falling out over silly things. You know, things were said. Maybe some of us, you know, shouldn't have done what we did. But at the end of the day, it's FPL. Like, let's chill out, and you know, we're both FPL YouTubers, and we're both, you know, really passionate FPL YouTubers. We should be helping each other out. We should be rubbing each other's back, and you know, propping each other up. It shouldn't be, you know, competition, or I mean, maybe some people want to look at it as a competitive thing. I don't think that's necessary. You know, there's plenty of room for more than one FPL YouTuber, isn't there? Just going on to my Twitter to check out the lineups, by the way, guys. Whilst I talk about it, but I do hope I can make friends with Let's Talk FPL because I always will have and always will admire him as a content creator. Okay, so well, it looks pretty standard. I mean, Dan James keeps his place, which is not entirely surprising. McTominay keeps his place. You would expect that as well. Both of those guys played a really good game last game week. Martial, Rashford starting, Bruno Fernandes in behind. Pogba is, of course, not starting. Benched again. So you kind of get the impression by now that Pogba might be on his way out of the club. Is that 3 at the back? No, it's not. So, or is it? No. How is that set up? So, is maybe Eric Bailly is playing at right back? That's weird. I didn't know that Wan-Bissaka was injured. I don't know if you can actually see this. No, you can kind of see it. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Connor Brooks has put a super chat in. Thank you, man. United won every single away game in this Premier League season. Leicester at home form their mid-table. Data points to United. Love the show, man. Yeah, you say that. That's a pretty basic way of looking at it, though, because Leicester have been performing really well against the top teams. Really well. Manchester United have shown defensive fragilities, and I know you can say, away games they... by the way, really appreciate the super chat, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. And appreciate that you enjoy the show. I don't think it's as cut and dry as saying, oh, Manchester United have good away form, they're going to win every away game. You have to factor in there might be a little bit of coincidence there, a little bit of confirmation bias there, maybe. So, yeah. Yeah, basically, that is all I'm saying. Okay, we need to have a look at Leicester, I suppose. Dan Cross says Aaron Wan-Bissaka was yellow flagged. Or was he? I missed that one. I did miss that one. Didn't someone captain Pogba? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Lindelof, you reckon, is at right back? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Interesting. Okay, right, let's have a look at Leicester. Let's have a look at Leicester. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen these anyway, but I like to show it on screen. Let's make the screen a bit bigger as well. There you go. Bit bigger. Schmeichel. Oh, this is lagging me out. This stupid animation. Can we pause you? Can we pause you for a minute, Matt? There. Thank you. Schmeichel, Justin, Fofana, Evans, Castan. Castan's back. Ndidi, Tielemans, Albrighton, Maddison, Barnes, Vardy. Who's missing there? Perez, if anyone has him. It's pretty standard other than that, isn't it? I don't think there's any major players that are not playing. And that. Let's have a quick look at... Oh, no, I can't. Can I be bothered? No. Yeah, but the main ones, Vardy, Barnes. I know a few of you guys have Barnes. And I know a lot of you guys will have Justin, who is right there on the screen right now. Big old Justin in your face. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, that's a little bit interesting. Kind of Lindelof playing right back. He's number 2, to be fair. Number 2 is a right back number. Yeah, Castan being fit is big. That's big. Soyuncu, he's not back yet, is he? Is he on the bench? Oh, it doesn't show the bench. I'll hang on. Let me just look on my phone to see if he's on the bench, because it would be interesting if Soyuncu is back. Logan, got to run. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. See you later, man. Thank you for joining me on stream today. Thank you. Have a good one. No Soyuncu on the bench. Yeah. Okay. I think, to Mazda Disavala, how do you rate yourself as a football player? Pretty lowly. I stick to fantasy sports so I can pretend that I'm good at sports. No, I'm not. I was never really that good at football. I enjoyed playing, but I was never really good. Because I was always really small and really skinny as a kid. Which is probably why I can do YouTube. Because, I was forced, because I was small and skinny, I had to rely on entertaining people for people to like me. Small, skinny, bad at sports, girls not really interested in. You got to kind of be entertaining, otherwise you're going to have no friends. So it kind of helps. I don't mind that. That's fine by me. Happy early birthday, mate. Need to go. See you later, Omar. It looks like a lot of people need to go. I need to go as well, to be fair. I've been hogging this room. That is big brain. So are you a good cricketer? No, I've never been into cricket, really. Never been into cricket. No, right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the stream before you go, I would really appreciate that. And also, I suppose, if you have not subscribed to me already, and you want to stick around, please do. Please stick around. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. we're edging ever closer to 50,000 subscribers, which is really exciting for me personally. I'm really, really looking forward to it. But thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I will see you on Twitter. I'm going to be on Twitter all day today, tweeting about the football. I'm actually making another video today, so buy, sell, keep, avoid for game week 16 will be out later today. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye. See ya.